How you doing, people? Just want to get a quick video out here about. I haven't done one since probably November, December. I know my wife has, but I haven't. So I got a. We did the baby CRBA, got a passport, working on a Social Security card now, so I'll be able to claim her on my taxes, which will bring down quite a big chunk of money. 3 grand or so. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I don't want to get too deep into that. But I also wanted to touch a little base about a timeline, how we met, when we met in person, how we met, what site and whatnot. So how we met was on Asian Dating, and it's a decent site. I mean, you have to be careful everywhere you go. You can't even go down to the local pub down here and find anybody that you could actually count on. And in the States, it's even 10 times worse. So, we met in June online, 2017. We met in person on October 2017, and I was here for about a month, 6 weeks, something like that. And then I returned to the States mid-December, early December. Anyways, I don't know, 6 weeks. We were together 6 weeks. We stayed out in Tambubu Bay. It was nice. I mean, that's a nice place. Um, Reasonable rates. So um, we got married in May of 2019. So it's been 5 years ago. Um, and because I came out again in 2018 of November, I stayed for another 6 weeks or 2 months and went back, and then I came back in May of 2019, and we got married at that point, and I went home again in early June before my birthday, and then I came back again in August 15th, 16th. Baby was born, and then I left 30 days later, and I never came back for 4 years solid, because of the pandemic. So I sat in, I worked the whole time, pretty arduous, and my wife stayed here with her mom, and they did fine. But I came back this September 2024, and excuse me, 2023, and it's other than it's hot. I mean, right now it's hot. It's 4 a.m. It's hot, and it's okay. It's twice as much as what it was 4 years ago. Yeah, yeah, it's okay here. But it's about twice as much as what it was. So there's that. And it's being here 9 months now. It's been you get the full flavor of what the temperature's like. It's always hot. Doesn't matter. It's 4 a.m. It's hot. It's 4 p.m. It's hot. So it's a little cooler right now because there's no sun beating on you. But don't worry, in 3 hours it'll be kicking your tail end. So except for that, it's okay. Um, so we tried doing the CRBA. Um, Let me talk about the CRBA a minute. Um, we tried doing the CRBA in October, and we paid for everything. I think it was first week, second week of October, and it didn't. It wouldn't. We couldn't set an appointment. We were supposed to set an appointment, but every time, literally every time we tried, it was just you couldn't get through. You couldn't find an open date. There's a little calendar thing. It's a blue and gray, and you had to go through it and find the blue one or the gray one or whatever. Check on it. Well, you go out a year in advance. There's still nothing. So we emailed them. They sent us a reply and with a phone number on it. And we called that. You can only call between 11 and 2 or is it 8 and 11 or something like that, 11 and 1 or something on Tuesday and Thursday. No, who has to remember? You got to set your clock to that, So we called them, and we missed a couple times, right? We'd call last minute. Oh, we got to call them, and then run to the phone and call them, and we couldn't get through. So, that we'd have to try on a Thursday, and we'd forget. We're busy doing other things, kids back and forth to school, and fighting the heat and whatever. Anyways, we got an email saying that um, they're going to be in Doomgetty in January 8th or February 8th. I can't remember. Be there early. Okay, be there early. What's early? 5 a.m. Okay, we'll go at 5 a.m. So we got there 5:30, 6, something like that. 5:30, I think. And there was already we were number 50. And people slept there. So now when they counted, there was only 6 representatives for doing veterans admin, Social Security, and passports, which includes the CRBA. So 6 representatives plus a supervisor, maybe 2 supervisors, and take care of 200 people. They're only going to be there from 8 to 4. They had a flight at 5, and they weren't going to miss it. So good luck. So they had 200 people show up. Though we never thought we'd have this many people show up. So when we went in, we were number 50, and we got in, and we had this packet of paperwork, the CRBA, the birth passports, everything else. So my wife did a video on it. It's kind of funny. We got up there. They rushed us through. It took 15 minutes. They're like, okay, give me a copy of this. Give me a copy of this. Give me a copy of this. That looks like you. This looks like you. This looks like you. We got all that stuff. And then she said, okay, he'll see you next. Table right next door. Okay. We sat down at the table. Okay, well, everything looks in order. See ya. We waited from October for that. Okay, fine. I'm not arguing. So they took our stuff and went over to another table. I think they call it Air 21. Mailed it off. Cost like the whole thing cost about $100 for the passport, U.S. passport application. We had to submit all these documents. My wife has a video on that. And passports, birth certificates, medical doctors, ultrasounds, what date the ultrasound was taken because they could tell when the baby was born, if it was, all that stuff. So it all worked out fine. We got the passport, and we just got the passport. I can't remember when it was. April, I want to say, near the end of April. And so we got a call. We got an email saying that May 3rd will be your phone call in, May 3rd. I want to show you something here. May 3. So, checked the mail the other day at the house. Okay. This was March 7, right? 2024. All right. And it says, type of claim, child appointment, May 3, 24. So you got to watch your emails. You have to pay attention when you're doing this stuff all the time. Now, sending it off for the Social Security is a little different thing. There's one form. They sent my wife an email saying that she had to send all these forms. I don't know, 10 forms or something like that. Why so many? Oh, this is for the, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, well, let's go talk to my friend who's done this. He has 5 kids here, so he's done it. He's been through it a couple times. So I went out and see him. He goes, you don't need to send all that. You did it already. You got the CRBA, don't you? Yeah. Well, that's birth certificate and all the medical stuff. Okay. So all we got to do is send a passport to this one application and a copy of the CRBA or the original one of the CRBA. That's it. Well, it took us a month to figure that out because she was going off the email. So you can't take everything at face value here, and I know this, but she got the email. So I just let her deal with it. She kept asking me, I don't know how to fill this form out. Okay. Well, anyways, um, not her fault because I sat down too and I was confused. I'm like, why are we filling out payee stuff? You don't have a social security card yet. So it's a little bit, if you don't have a social security card, you can't open a checking account. So in order to get paid on this CRBA thing for the federal benefits unit, you have to have a checking account in the daughter's and the payee's name. It'd be mine or my wife's. I'm just putting in my wife's because she has the checking account here. Mine's over in the States. And we both have to be in the States to do it. So it's just easier just to do it here. So I'm saying you got to have a social security card to open up a checking account. You can't just go in there. It's, you know, so, um, so that's why it's so confusing. She's not used to filling out these forms and going through the steps. I'm not in the States. I can't just call them and find out or call somebody and find out, especially about this. The States know nothing about it. I've called Social Security. Anyways, you can't go through the States because I'm not there, and the States don't know anything about the FBU, Federal Benefits Unit. They never heard of it. I asked them, and they said they don't know what I'm talking about. So you have to come here to do that. So it's a process, and that's kind of why I'm doing the video on it, so that it kind of makes it easier for other people. So when you're doing the Social Security card, you only need your passports for the child and parents. Um, the application has to be signed by, I signed it, and the CRBA doesn't have to be signed. Took her down to Air 21, and what's funny is that my wife has gone through this and knows other people going through it, friends of hers and mine. And what's funny is that she went down to mail hers off. So she put there, and she said, I saw, what's her name's form down there. And she mailed it off like last week. And so, and then by chance, she went to Hypermart and saw her in there and told her, I was just down at Air 21 and saw your envelope still sitting there. She said, oh, I mailed it off last week. It's supposed to be 3-day delivery. So I told my wife, follow up on everything. Everything you do, follow up 2 or 3 days later. So today's Friday. She might go, I'm going to have her go down there and see if they got it mailed off. So anyways, I got an extension on my taxes. I filed for an extension on my taxes because I can claim my daughter on this year's taxes. So that's one thing I'm waiting for on that. Now you automatically get an extension over here up until June or October or something. I think they automatically give you one to June. You could request October, or they might give you one October. I'm not sure, but I have to follow up on that. But so I'm waiting on my daughter's Social Security card, and then once I get that, I'll claim her on my taxes, and I'll be able to get a reduction in taxes, money back actually, essentially. So that's that. I think I pretty much covered everything. up into the last till currently. Just waiting for the Social Security card. When we get that, I'll go through my taxes. My taxes were pretty simple. I just I logged into Social Security, got my Social Security income from there. I had a job last year up until April, something like that, and then I got that 1099. I got I think that's it. Seemed to me like there was three things I filled out, but anyways, I just did it normally, like you would any other online tax form, and I filed for the extension and went through. It was approved, so now I'm just waiting for the Social Security card. Going to fill them out and get them off, and I'll update you on that stuff. And sorry it's taken so long for me to post any videos. I've been, um, well, the kids get sick, I get sick, and we're giving it back and forth to each other. It seems like we're always sick. I got a cold right now. I just got over one. I got over a cough for about a week, and then now I hear the kids sniffling again, and all of a sudden I got one. I'm like, oh man, this is never ending. It seems like I've had a cough and a runny nose for since October. I'm just always sneezing and coughing. It goes away. I get it for 2 weeks, it goes away. 2 weeks later, I got it again. It's a perpetual thing. So, anyways, not to complain. Kids are great. Um, not blaming them. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's it as far as this video goes. Um, I'm gonna post another one about traffic around here. Traffic is ridiculous. My wife got hit on a. She was pulling into a parking stall on the boulevard. The bike passed her on the shoulder. Now, take note. There's cars pulled in there, so it's essentially a parking lot. So instead of going around, my wife had her blinker on, was pulling in. The guard was there. He moved the barrier out of the way, so my wife was essentially stopped. The bike ran right into her. She called a friend. A friend came down, blamed my wife, reckless driving. What are you talking about, reckless driving? So just one more thing here that kind of irritating. They saw me and said, "Oh well, they got money," and that's how it goes. So you have to be careful here. I don't drive for that reason, and I know that if there is an accident, I'm walking away. I'm just. It's up to you guys. You figure it out. A bunch of corruption everywhere, but the corruption here is in your face. They, anybody who's, say my wife's reckless driving, she's the most deliberate and on purpose driver I've ever met. She's very both hands, blinker all the time, look both ways, and me, good luck. I kind of lazy about things. So, anyways, just another day in the Philippines. Okay, folks, I'm going to wrap it up here. My wife's going to have to edit this. Um, she's the she's the star of that. I'm no good at it. She hasn't taught me how to do it yet. She wants to keep that a secret, I think. The edge she has on me. So, peace out, and I'll be sending up another video here pretty soon. I'm going to get together with a couple buddies here. We're playing music down here. I got some friends who played in the States, um, wrote some music, made it pretty far onto movies and stuff. So hopefully I'll get some video play with those guys, and it's pretty fun. Um, I enjoy it. So I enjoy it more now. Well, bass player, drummer. I'm like, what kind of band is it? Well, so we finally got that part figured out. It's been okay. It's been last 2 or 3 times have been pretty open, pretty tight as far as the playing goes. Okay, enough of my rambling on. Okay, we'll talk to you later, folks. Bye bye.